Sometimes when you share your goals with others, they don't take you seriously. Maybe you said you want to crack a big exam, build something meaningful, or get into a top college, and instead of support, you got silence, jokes, or fake encouragement. Some people even laughed directly at you, not because they know you're wrong, but because they don't believe someone like you could do something like that. It's not really about your dream, it's about how small they think you are. Their judgment is often based on your past, your current situation, your background, or your quiet personality. They assume that if you're not already winning, you never will. That laughter isn't just a joke, it's a message, and the message is, you won't make it. After that, most people do one of two things. Some give up quietly. They lower their goals, change their dreams, and start playing it safe. They stop talking about their ambitions because it's easier to stay small than to face that kind of rejection again. The other group tries for a while but gets tired. They expect fast results, and when those don't come, they say, maybe they were right. Both reactions are common, and both are understandable. But both are also mistakes, because letting other people's doubt shape your actions is the fastest way to make their opinions true. If you give up, they were right. If you slow down, they were right. But if you keep going, especially when it's hard, that's when you prove them wrong. People who achieve big goals aren't smarter, luckier, or born different. They're just consistent. They make a plan and stick to it, even when they feel like quitting. They don't always feel motivated, and they're not always confident, but they keep showing up. They build a study habit and improve it. They fix their mistakes and learn from them. They track progress, stay focused, and avoid shortcuts. The world notices them only at the end, when they succeed. But the real work happened quietly, months or even years earlier, when no one was watching and no one believed. That's the part nobody claps for. That's the part that decides whether your dream will live or die. No matter how late you started or how bad your past looks, it's not too late. You don't need to be the best today. You just need to be better than yesterday. You don't need a fancy strategy. You just need to follow one method properly and consistently. Most people fail not because their plan was bad, but because they never followed any plan long enough. The truth is, 90% of people will still waste time even after hearing this. They'll watch motivational videos, take notes, and still go back to scrolling or sleeping too much. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be in the 10% who actually act. Start when you're scared. Work even when you're confused. That's how you get better, not all at once, but over time. Start messy. Start uncomfortable. Just don't stay still. You won't transform in a week, but in a few weeks, you'll start to feel different. In a few months, you'll look different. In a year, you'll be unrecognizable to your old self. There will be days when you feel stuck, bored, or like nothing is working. That doesn't mean you're failing. That just means you're in the middle of the process. In fact, most progress looks like nothing is happening. Real results don't show up after 1 or 2 study sessions. They come after weeks of effort, when you don't even notice how much you've improved. On tough days, don't ask, "Why am I doing this?" Ask, "What if I stop now?" The answer to that is simple. If you stop, you go back to being the version of you that everyone doubted. But if you continue, even slowly, you move closer to proving them all wrong. Let that choice guide you. It's not about being fast, it's about not quitting. Let that decision guide you, not how you feel in the moment. Keep going, even if today feels heavy. Because one day soon, you'll look back and realize this boring, difficult stretch was exactly where the transformation happened. Revenge doesn't always have to be loud. You don't need to tell people they were wrong. You don't need to post it or argue with them. The best kind of revenge is success. Quietly improving. Quietly winning. Quietly becoming everything they said you couldn't be. When your results start speaking for you, the same people who laughed will fall silent. Some might try to act like they supported you all along. Others might try to copy your methods. None of that matters. What matters is that you kept going. You stayed focused. You outworked their expectations. And that makes all the difference. You don't need anyone's permission to dream big, and you definitely don't need their approval to chase that dream. The world needs proof, not promises. You already know what you want. You already know what you need to do. So do it. Study like you have something to prove. Prepare like your future depends on it, because it does. Each session you complete, each hour you focus, each small win you earn, it's building something bigger, a result they can't ignore, a moment they can't laugh at. Turn their doubt into fuel. Let every "you can't" become "I did." That's how you make them regret ever doubting you.